I'm Kymm and I'm the owner of the Mount Bryan Hotel. When I took over the hotel, I was given a key and a brochure about Sir Hubert Wilkins. The very first time I was handing out the key to someone, I was under the impression he invented the stump jump plough. First thing that came to my mind. The person I was speaking to was actually a professor on Sir Hubert Wilkins' life and spent 4 hours correcting me about the man who was a cinema photographer. He was a war correspondent, he was a submariner, he was a pilot. He developed lots of information about the weather and climate change, etc. But in 5 years of constant study and now 1 year of actually researching it properly, I've got to realise that Sir Hubert Wilkins was possibly one of the most famous Australian sons that isn't famous in Australia. In 6 years I've collected a vast collection of Sir Hubert Wilkins books, memorabilia, etc. A small boy from a very small school, from a very small town, could make an impact around the world. Sir Hubert Wilkins lived in Mount Bryan East. Mount Bryan East was the original settlement about 22 kilometres into the hill range here, the Razorback range country. He's extremely well known around the world, particularly in Nordic countries, Canada, America and Alaska, and we get people travel here from around the world just to do their little pilgrimage out to a cottage of someone that they know a lot about, but people here don't seem to know very much about Sir Hubert. I like to make sure that people who are interested get as much fact as they can, hence why my Sir Hubert Wilkins collection is growing rapidly at a huge expense to Simon. I am now getting people coming just specifically to look at the memorabilia. I then had to join the Sir Hubert Wilkins committee, thinking that they did something about promotion of Sir Hubert Wilkins, and they don't. They just maintain this little cottage out the middle of nowhere at Mount Bryan East. But this year we've spent almost $17,000 repairing a cottage that is visited possibly by, I would say, 20 to 40 people per week. We also have the benefit of the Dares Hill circuit being part of that, and that gives people a chance to actually look at South Australia above and below the goiter line. The goiter line distinguishes between grazing and actually a growing of grain, etc. That's exactly what the weather pattern is here. It's extremely distinct, as in where the clouds lie and where the rain falls. If you're ever interested in coming out this way to learn a bit about Sir Hubert Wilkins or the district in general, we actually met a gentleman called Andrew Carell who came to look at Mount Bryan East, etc. and started taking some photographs, and 3 years down the track the dining room boasts a very, what would you say, eclectic collection of pictures from Mount Bryan East, including buildings and the agriculture, the seasons, etc. But they're always on view. It is free to walk through the dining room. We do have cappuccino machines, so if you'd like a real coffee, we make that. We prepare all our food ourselves, etc. Now that I live up here, I really enjoy the seasons. At the moment they're just reaping everything, so we've gone from this sea of green to now this really golden colour, and in another month's time it'll actually be the really brown red earth of South Australia. Nothing keeps my attention for long, but Sir Hubert's had it for 6 years and I can't see it going anywhere fast.